All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review today. This is Invisible Woman, GM2 consistent, peak rank was Eternity. This is console. Yeah, so I read what they posted. It's kind of long. A couple things, just based on, oh Lord. Just based on the post, I see we already have some mentality issues that we're going into. So I'll try to keep it general, but basically the number one thing we can do is focus on our own keyboard, right? There's a lot of other things going on. We have, 11 other players in the lobby, and the only one that we can actually control is our own. So I would just want to get us into the mentality of like, what can I do better? I also want to get us out of the mentality of looking at the wins and the losses and the chat and the stats, because like all that other stuff we can't control, and let's just focus on the things that we can do. Now, along those lines, we also talk about like other characters not wanting to switch, other people not wanting to switch their characters. Again, same vein, like I can't hack the Spider-Man's console and force him to play a different character. I can't. And any effort, mental effort, energy, typing, time, all that stuff is just completely wasted. So I would recommend, like, in a match like this, just mute everybody and only focus on what you can do. Along those lines, I also want to say before we start, 20% of games are just straight up unwinnable. This is old A10 principle from Overwatch, if you watch that. Basically, there are 12 people in this lobby, and you are one of them. So you have a 1/12 influence on the game. If you're really good, that influence can actually grow. But it never gets to the level of, like, chess, where it's 1v1, and you have 100% influence on every single game. That's just not the case. So even the best people are going to lose games in low rank. It happens. If you guys watch Boger, he lost, like, 70% of games in bronze. Just the system that we live in. So don't worry about wins and losses. Just focus on your keyboard and what we can do. So from there, let's get started and see what we can do. Okay, I'm already seeing one thing that we can do, but we'll see how it goes. What's up, Gia? All right, our team actually just crushes. Good stuff. Okay, first of all, you're too... Yeah, go to your team. The cart is not as important as the space that you guys gained. I'm not a bot. I don't move. Oh, Lord. Hey, thanks for banning, Jake. Appreciate it. How's it going, Gia? All right. So let's see. What could we have done better here? Our thing fell over. Okay, our Spider-Man came back to us. That's actually... What was that? What? Why did we push here? Was this a fat finger?
My step. Always glad to help. My step. Clear the way.
Anyone willing to help?
Okay, so I don't understand why we used our... So... All right, let's try to look at micro for a second here. Our micro decisions at this rank really start to matter. So we use a push for I don't understand what reason. Like we use it for something, and then we don't have it for a Spidey, right? And like we already know that Spidey is here. We've probably been checking the scoreboard to make sure we're staying Spidey. So we should know that we know. Or we should know that we are saving our push and pull specifically for divers, right? And since we know that, right here we see a Spidey. This is an insta push. He's fine. Then we don't have to look at him anymore, and then we can save our thing. Now, are you going to save him realistically? Probably not. because he's way too deep, but that's okay. But this is, again, what I'm talking about with, like, the 20% of games. And, like, there's still things that we could be doing better. All right, now we've lost 2. We need to get out. Get out. Now we lost 3. We either need to die or get out. We're staying way too long. Now we're going to stagger. And not only are we going to stagger, we're also going to help our team stagger even harder. This is not good.
Clearly, you needed some help.
We're still fighting staggered. Okay, now we're back. All right. So, I understand here the want to, like, get a Punisher, right? But since we don't have a Punisher and we can't swap to Punisher, all we can do is let our team know, like, hey, we can let our team know, hey, you're walled off. Oh, this is bad.
Against the world.
Okay.
Anyone willing to help?
Push. Okay, so why is this a bad ult? With Invis, I'm not sure how much you've looked into the ult economy in this game, but the most valuable things in this game, of all the things going on, are support ults. So, support ults literally, if they are used wrong, will just straight up lose a game. 100%. Every time. So it's very important that we use our ult in the correct situations. So how do we figure out what the correct situation is? First, we can plan ahead, right? So at any time you die, anytime there's downtime, anytime you have a second, I want you holding, it's probably be like select on console, holding the scoreboard open, and I want you to look at the enemy team and be like, okay, is there anything that really needs Sue ult, right? So Sue ult is great against Punisher ult, Star-Lord ult, Groot ult is pretty good if they have a combo. Spider-Man ult, things like that, right? So right now I'm thinking the high threat ults that I want to cancel with mine would be a combo of Groot and Spider-Man. Okay? So I'm already thinking that. Now, if we look at this right here, the situation, there is a thing in our backline by himself. We have 2 supports right next to each other. This is not really a threat. I play a lot of thing. This is a bad thing ult. So being able to recognize that this is a bad thing ult and doesn't require your ult is huge. 'Cause I bet you there's going to be a situation here in the next, like, 30 seconds that would be really nice to have our ult. So check this out. Another thing to think about is also, like, did your ult actually work, right? Because, like, there was a rocket behind her, churro. You ulted, you technically lived, but your whole team died anyway. So, like, was that good value? Was that good use of your ult? I would say no, because your team died anyway, right? Now, here, I wouldn't have even ulted. I wouldn't have ulted here because half your team was already dead. This fight was already won for the enemy team, so this would be a bad Groot ult, right? So recognizing that ult economy, that value, how do we get the most out of our ult is going to be so good. Also, your spawn is 2 feet away. Yeah. If you're going to die there, would have been bad ult, but there's 0 chance you even die here. Yeah.
You get a web and you get a web and you get a web.
All right. Our Spidey makes some plays. Let's go. We have big advantage now. Oh, jump in if you can. Ace. Push, push. Good push. Great. Ace. Push, 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 push. Why are we not? Okay. So the reason we want to push here is because we don't want somebody touching the point, right?
No worries.
We need to be aware of those things. Like, this it goes back to value, right? The amount of value you can get from a push here is, think about it this way. If somebody's about to touch cart and you're standing, you're ready, right? And you push them away, you trade 8 seconds of a cooldown and potentially a Spider-Man coming in and trying to kill somebody for your team not having to fight to get this point. Like, that is huge positive value. But instead we're like not even ready. Lucky that it doesn't work, but like, ooh. You went Groot in comp today? Really? I don't think I've ever heard about you playing Groot. Okay, they have a support ult. Just back up. I don't like this rocket ult, but that's okay. Now I wouldn't mind a rocket ult. Oh, thing ult. Nice. Please do not ult here. Nice. Normally don't, but I was just trying to cut off her tanks. Nice. Great pull. Good stuff. Amazing value. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Sue and Cloak and Dagger 1v1. Okay. This whole time, we need to be holding open the scoreboard. We have to. Because there's nothing else that we need to be doing, right? When the fight is won, we need to be holding our scoreboard for changes. And look, if we're holding our scoreboard, we see, oh, now they have a BP. That's going to change, right? Yeah, I like the cold too. I don't like where I live because it's really cold in the morning and then really hot in the afternoon and then really cold again. So you can't really do anything about it. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay, I assume you haven't played much tank. So right here, we have used a Strange ult and a Phoenix ult, right? We get 1 kill, but they have a Cloak ult going on. Cloak ult lasts 13 seconds, and it covers a giant area, and nobody on their team is going to die, so we have to respect it, okay? So if we're doing this correctly, look at our tanks. Our tanks are actually doing a good job of respecting it, right? They're backing up, and they know they can't hold this space anymore. So now we're going to go fight in a spot that we actually can hold. I'd back up all the way over to here, especially if you're playing Invis. But we try to ult here. Nobody in our team is in it. Again, it's just not good value. Thing ult is not worth your ult. 9 times out of 10. I think you guys survived that fight without using your ult. That's another good way to look at about it. Like, can my team survive without me using my ult here? It's like, your Strange dies without even having an enemy ult going on, right? Unfortunate. Yay, good stuff. This we cannot survive without an ult. There we go. Yo, what's up, boo?
I won't disappear so easily.
Nice, nice. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Your own keyboard, your own controller. Just worry about your controller. Don't be typing. Don't be typing. We're so lucky. Can't be doing this stuff. Just mute people and move on. It's not worth it. Nice. Okay, not a great rocket ult. Once again. Good. All right. This is a good spot. Back up. Back up. Nice. We don't need our ult. We're fine. Look at it. The only reason people died is because there was multiple ults going off. That's it. right? Like with Thing alone here, nobody dies. You're completely able to heal everybody. It's only when the Bucky shows up and there's actually follow-up, right? So I wouldn't have ulted until like right here, right? Right here, I probably would have ulted because we have somebody who's low and we have a Bucky ult going on. There's a bigger threat. Okay, now the fight's over. Get out. Good. Okay, we're holding scoreboard. We're seeing. Now I'm trying to plan, right? I know. Okay, Bucky ulted. They're on triple support now, so maybe I'll save it for Groot. You know, he has his ult. If there's a follow-up. If there's no follow-up, I'm not going to ult. Why are we out here? What? What are you going to accomplish here? You're by yourself. All we did was get our Wolverine like cut out. There's no reason to do that.
Feeling fantastic.
We started the fight before our team was ready. That's not on our feeding thing, right? Watch this from your Wolverine's perspective. He's kind of chilling. He sees you go for a pull, and he gets in a position to try to grab somebody, right? Now he's out in the open. And your guys' tank, like, still he's in spawn. There's no reason. Just be patient, please. Guys, please don't put your real birthday. Please don't put your real birthday in chat. Don't dox yourself, please. Okay, so this ult is not horrible, but it's because we put ourselves in a bad position to start with. So it's kind of forced, right? If we don't do that, if we don't start the fight way too early, then we're actually fighting together because now they have a huge advantage, right? Sue ult lasts 8 seconds, if I'm remembering correctly, if my brain is working today. Lasts 8 seconds. Cloak's ult lasts 13 seconds. So she waits, and then ults, right? And now watch this. They have about 9 seconds. They have about 9 to 10 seconds where nobody on their team can die and everybody on your team is vulnerable. Like, this is how important it is. And now we lose a tank. And now we don't have our ult for the Groot ult. They get a follow-up and everybody falls over, right? Like, this is just so important. And it covers the point in OT. Yeah. All right. So now we have Tank Deadpool and Cap, Bucky. Here, there's only been like one scenario where a Groot wall was like kind of a problem. And even in that scenario, like we could have just stepped to the right side. Holy, our team already died. What happened? Okay, now there's some problem with Groot walls, but look, they're already down. It's fine. I don't even think the Groot walls was a problem. I think now your team's just not playing well. I don't think there's anything you could have done to save there. I don't think a Punisher being there would also save your team. I think you played fine in that scenario, and hey, this I don't like. Get out. You're down 2. We're still down. We're still not ready to push. Also, your pull doesn't work on things, so we gotta stop that bad habit. Okay. Now we're fighting 6v6. Our Cap is actually doing a really good job of stalling. That's really good. I believe that's who it was who was stalling. Decent positioning, not bad. Walk to the side. Just walk to the side. Walk to the other side. Right? So you got to think about Groot walls differently. It's not a block. What this is cover for you. Just scoot over here, right?
This ship
Get out.
shape in no time.
Look what your cloak does. Look, your cloak does it. She's healing. She's healing. Hey, there's a wall in the way. I'm gonna just stay right here. Still healing. Not even a problem. But I feel like we're so caught up on like other things. Nice attempt. So the next thing you can do is just proactively position. If you know there's likely to be a Groot wall here, maybe let's swap over to this side, where even if a Groot wall does show up, now we have a window and still cover, right? And that's something that you can control. You're not reliant on somebody else on your team dealing with the Groot walls. Now, ult! Okay, a little late. That scares me, but good lord. Hey, what's up, Phobia? How's it going? I'm scared. They're going all right. Okay, good. And this. Nice attempt at a pull. So for pull, you always want to use it after they use their, You want to use it after the... Again, like, we gotta stop doing this. Like, just scoot to the side. Could be doing stuff this whole time. Nice. Nice. Look at this. It does nothing. See? Perfect. Nice push. Okay. Stick by the ambulance. Go by the wall. There you go. Better, better. Got it. We have some good instincts now. Now we're okay. Now this. No, we're putting ourselves in danger here. There's not enough space to actually do this. Here we have our ult. If we ult. Oh, a little too late. But this is where I was saying earlier when the Groot ulted. This is where I was screaming like, you gotta do it right away. The follow-up is so fast. For Groot, like, especially because we've already died by it multiple times, the walls are already out. Like, it's gotta be instant. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes they get it off. But I think that was the right option. Try to ult there.
Your powers are mine. Step in my step.
Poor Cap. I don't mind you taking this 1v1 on the Loki because you had a support ult going on, right? Your cloak ult was going off, but we have to be aware of timing. I like this positioning. Okay, get out. There, get out. Please don't fight. Please do not. No, do not ego this. No. Yeah, this is just ego. So first of all, the chances of you winning a 1v1 in this is actually pretty good. You know, I think Cloak does well, or Invis does well against a Cloak. It's kind of even. I think Invis has a slight advantage. But here's the thing. We have no follow-up. Like, if I'm playing tank on this team right now, I'm literally walking all the way down to here. Like, you're in the path. Your team is so far out. There's just no reason for this. This is... Pants is not worth your time. You get no benefit. Yeah. Like, it's just not good.
Armed and dangerous.
Now our team is fighting 5v6.
You get a wet.
Disappear!
You get a wet.
I'll be ship-shaking.
Feeling fantastic.
Like, so not only this was such a big mistake because not only do we die, but also all the time that we're dead, we're not getting ult charge. Now we don't have our ult for when Groot ults. Luckily, he's kind of bad, and our Emma saves us. Actually, no. Your Groot died. So he did get a kill out of it.
Figured out more than you know.
So we've been fighting 5v6 this whole point
Invisible?
because of our mistake.
Force burst.
You have some good defensive abilities for sure. Double support ult.
Don't mind me.
I know we're kind of losing momentum. And I mean, it happens. Tough.
It's clear I'm still needed here. Only 60 seconds left.
Ship-shaking. No.
Now we're staggering. Look, our team is so staggered because of this. Push, push, push.
Your powers are mine.
Against the world!
Like myself again.
Clear away! Shields up! Down to 30 seconds! Us against the world!
Bad, not bad. Please. Please push. Please push the Groot. Please push the Groot. Nice. This whole time he didn't have Iron Wall out, right? Yeah, his Iron Wall is on cooldown. You could tell he doesn't have the yellow around him or the yellow health bar, so you could have just pushed him and then got out of the way.
A little help, please.
Yeah. There's a ton of things we could have done there. Number one is just we gotta have our defensive ults in the right time. Like it's literally win or lose. I think we're also not very aware of like our push and pull. This ability is like so good. You did mention in here that like you want to consistently be able to like carry more. If you want to be able to carry, you need to find alternative value on top of getting like the most value out of your ult, right? So if we already talked about the ult timing. Now, if we talk about like our push and pull, this thing is so good. We need to be using this like almost on cooldown unless they have a super aggressive diver. Like they had the Spidey at the beginning where it's like, okay, I kind of want to use it to save myself, right? But even then, if we can use the self shield to save ourselves, then we don't need the push and pull. Then we can look for an offensive opportunity. We pull a Groot out of position into our team and he kills them, right? So it's... Or there was a lot of situations where it was like, okay, my team needs some space. We need some like... We're losing momentum quickly. I'm going to push the enemy team away and give us a chance to like have some space. I don't want us... There was like several times where we engaged when our team like wasn't... They were still in spawn. We weren't ready. And then because of that, that like spiraled into a 5v6 where somebody died early. And then the next person died before the previous person got back. And then we just spiral momentum. And like, yeah, there's a lot that we can control. And then the number one thing, though, that I really want us to focus on is like, we can only control our own keyboard. I would just go in, I'd mute comms, I'd mute chat, and I'd only focus on like what you can do. Because all that other stuff is just going to slow you down. It's just not going to be good. So anyway, that's it for this VOD review. Thank you so much for submitting it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.